This is my personal AI assistant. It just read my renter's insurance policy and told me a water heater leak would cost me exactly $2,500 out of pocket. 5 seconds. Right answer pulled from the actual policy. But look at the top of the screen. Before I asked, I turned the Wi Fi off. On camera. No cloud. No API key. No subscription. This whole thing runs on the laptop I already own. And in this video, I'll show you exactly how I built it and the two traps that almost broke it. Here's why I built it. Every question you type into a cloud, I lands on someone else's computer. Your lease, your medical appointments, your money problems at 2 in the morning. You're not just asking questions, you're handing over a diary. So I built the opposite. And I didn't want to just claim it's private. I wanted to measure it. While the model was mid-answer, I ran a network check on the AI process itself. These are all of its connections. Every single one is localhost. The model talking to my own machine. Internet connections, 0. Not trust me 0. Measured 0. The whole system is 3 layers, 3 files. Layer 1, a brain. A small language model running locally. Layer 2, a memory. One SQLite database file on disk. Your documents and everything it learns about you. Layer 3, hands. 3 small tools the model is allowed to call on its own. Search my documents, save a memory, and list what it remembers. Wire those into a loop. Model decides, tool runs. Model reads the result. And you don't have a chatbot anymore. You have an agent. Layer 1 takes one install, ollama. It's free. It runs models locally and it serves them on localhost. For the brain, I use a 9 billion parameter model. On my 24 gig MacBook, it generates at around 39 tokens a second, which is faster than most people read. Got 8 gigs of RAM? There are smaller picks. 32 and up, you can go bigger. The exact table by RAM is in the free kit. Now the first trap. These small models default to thinking mode. They reason silently before answering. Sounds great. Except on a simple question, mine burned 4,000 tokens thinking and then returned a completely empty answer. The fix is one flag. Turn thinking off for assistant work. One line in the code. You will hit this, so write it down. Layer 2, the memory. And here's what I did not install. A vector database. Your Mac already ships with SQLite, and at personal scale, that's genuinely all you need. I pointed the ingest script at a folder with my documents, a lease, an insurance policy, my running notes file. It splits them into paragraph chunks, has a tiny local embedding model, turn each chunk into numbers, and writes everything into one file called brain.db. My entire knowledge base, 15 chunks, 168 kilobytes, smaller than one photo. Quick one. All 3 files and both traps are in a free PDF. Comment BUTLER and I'll send it to you. So, does it work? Easy question first. When does my lease end? And how much notice do I owe? It searches, finds the clause, answers, March 31st, 2027, with 60 days written notice. Under 4 seconds. Now the question I actually care about. My notes mention the water heater making noises. The deductible lives in a completely different document, the insurance policy. Watch. If it ends up leaking, what would I actually pay out of pocket? It connects the note to the policy and comes back with the $2,500 water damage deductible and points out that's 5 times my standard deductible. That is cross document reasoning from a 9 billion parameter model on a laptop. Layer 3 is what separates this from every local chatbot tutorial. The model has tools and it decides when to use them. I tell it, remember this. My dentist appointment moved from September 14th to September 21st at 2 pm. Nobody programmed a calendar feature. The model reads that sentence, decides this is worth keeping, and calls save memory on its own. That decision, the model choosing to act, is the moment this becomes an agent. And here is where every tutorial stops and where my system actually broke. Next day, fresh session. Simple question. When is my dentist appointment? It says September 14th. Confidently, wrong. Think about what happened. My old note still says the 14th. The correction is sitting right there in its memory database. Saved, time-stamped, and it never looked. It searched the documents, found the stale date, and answered. Documents outshouted memory. And this failure is silent. You'd just show up a week early to the dentist. The fix is a design decision, not a bigger model. Stop hoping the model checks its memory. Inject every saved memory straight into its instructions on every single call with one rule attached. If memory and documents disagree, memory is newer. Memory wins. Same question, fresh session. September 21st. Fixed by construction, not by luck. I ran the finished system through 5 scenarios. Exact dates from a single document. Reasoning across 2 documents. Choosing to save a memory. Recalling it in a brand new session. And one trick question. 5 out of 5. With the network monitor running the whole time. 10 snapshots. Mid-generation. 0 internet connections in every single one. The trick question was my favorite. I asked for my car insurance deductible. I don't have car insurance in those documents. It said exactly that. I don't have that information. Instead of dressing up the renter's number and handing it to me. An assistant that admits what it doesn't know is worth 10 that guess. What it won't do, it can't browse the web, it doesn't know yesterday's news, and a cloud model is still smarter. That's the trade. For questions about my life and my documents, this one wins. Because it's the only one that never phones home. Real talk. 90% of you watching haven't subscribed. On Facebook, subscribe is the supporter button. That is what keeps the lights on here. On YouTube, it's free and it tells the algorithm to send you more. Subscribe to support us. If you want to build this tonight, I've packaged everything. All 3 files, the model table for your RAM, the thinking trap, and the memory versus documents fix. It's a free PDF called the Private Agentic AI Kit. Comment the word BUTLER, spelled BUTLER, and I'll reply with the download link. And if you want to go deeper, my 4 paid guides are linked below. Your documents, your machine, 0 connections. Go build it.